So the day, Ronnie, has finally arrived where you've been recognised for your greatness in snooker. Fans all over the world will be happy, excited. How about you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, listen, it's always nice to get nominated, you know, for such an award, you know. So yeah, you know, obviously, you know, kind of happy inside, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's great, and you're the Messi, the Tiger Woods, the Roger Federer of snooker. And in the past, it has kind of always been one of life's great mysteries why you haven't been honoured.
I know there's been some years where I thought I'd done well enough to kind of get in the top 10 and I hadn't made it, and I just thought maybe it's just like, I don't think it was anything against me, I just think it was more where snooker stands in the sporting world. You know, in the 90s, in the 80s, snooker was super popular, and you know, you had Davis and Hendry getting nominated, even winning it, you know. So but other sports have kind of pushed on a bit, if you like, and snooker has kind of been pushed down the ladder a little bit in the popularity sense. And I just think it was just more of like, you know, snooker has become a less important sport than other sports, and in some ways this is not just about being the best sportsman, but sometimes being in the right sport at the right time, and maybe that was the reason why I never got nominated before. So for snooker, to have a snooker player nominated, it's good for snooker as well, I think, in a way, you know.
And does it kind of tell us where snooker's at the minute? Because obviously the last couple of decades, you know, Stephen Hendry, 1990, we have to go back to then, he was the last snooker player that was nominated. Is it a case of the game is so good at the minute? It's so popular, obviously, with the Eurosport coverage. It's just propelling it and sending it all over the world.
Yeah, we hope so, you know, and yeah, listen, you know, like you say, anytime a snooker player gets nominated for an award that's not just, you know, involving other snooker players, I think it's nice for the sport in many ways, you know. So yeah, listen, like I say, you know, it kind of feels like in some ways, you know, there's been years where I know a lot of the fans and the people have said, you know, he has to be in there and he's not in there, and there's quite, you know, a few campaigns going at one stage, and sometimes it feels like, you know, if they don't kind of nominate me there, then maybe there'll be no other chance to nominate me. You know, managing to win the world title, I suppose, was a good reason for me to kind of just, you know, just get in this year. So yeah, no, it's a nice.
Do you think it's down to the world title? Because are you wondering why now?
Yeah, if I didn't win the world title, then I just don't think, you know, I won Shanghai Masters, which is a great event, but you know, there's been years where I've won 6, 7 tournaments and never even got in the top 10. So it wouldn't have made sense by winning just one tournament.
I think you're honoured for your career, though, overall.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. But, you know, yeah, so listen, whatever way it is, I just think sometimes, you know, I think for an award like that, I suppose, for the people that are watching it, that are sports fans, will look and go, well, even if he hasn't been, you know, at his peak this year, you know, through his longevity in the sport, you know, maybe whatever it is, 30 years at the top playing snooker, in some ways they'll kind of justifiably say, well, at least, you know, he's earned his right to be in the ring just for this one time, you know.
You definitely do, and there was only just one time where we had a snooker player win it, and it was Steve Davis back in 1988. To join him, it would be a great privilege.
Yeah, it'd be nice to join the Nugget, you know. He was a hero of mine growing up. I'd have been 13 then, and I remember seeing Davis on there winning that, and you know, just to be a snooker player, watching another snooker player win what is, you know, it's the sportsman of all sports of the year, I suppose. So, you know, he was a huge name in the 80s, you know, and so was Hendry as well. So yeah, like, it's nice to get on the list.
And finally, on that list, you know, we've got some greats in various sports. To be alongside those, whether they be, you know, drivers or Formula One, horse racing, football, you know, to be among the greats. How do you feel about that? Yeah,
no, listen, there's some amazing people in there, you know, some amazing athletes that have done some brilliant things, you know, so just to be in the running is fantastic, you know, so yeah, just excited, you know, at least I'll have an interest in watching it this year in many ways, you know what I mean?
Where will you be?
It'd be like, you know,
be at home?
You've got your own political party. I know what it feels like to be like the Conservatives or Labour trying to get their votes in at the last minute, you know, are they going to do it, are they not? So
will you be at home?
Yeah, I'll be at home watching it. I've got a few things on at that time, so yeah, we'll try and make sure that we've got the cameras set up, so at least if I do win it, I can go cheers to the nation.
We are so proud of you being nominated, and we all want you to do it, and I'm sure you'd be delighted to do it as well. Good luck, but to be nominated itself, we are absolutely delighted for you. Well done.
Thank you. 谢谢.